Yeah, I was waiting for everyone to set up.
Tim, how you doing, buddy?
Good, how are you?
Good, man. So you had a great performance at welterweight, man. You're starting to pick up some steam. Kind of showed it all out there tonight. So how'd the fight feel, and how'd it feel to get that victory?
It felt me a little while to get going, good couple minutes, but Tom Bond's really been pushing me hard in practice. A lot of timing drills, just a lot of drilling in general. So we knew what I could do in the gym, and I just had to put it on the main stage and run with it. So starting to get more and more comfortable, not having to stress over that weight cut no more, and just really happy to get the last minute calls and stuff. I can do that at 170. Tom Bond's in charge of all that stuff. All I have to do is show up, make weight, and fight.
And let's talk about. I always find it, unique that you fight within that range. You seem comfortable at a range where a lot of guys aren't comfortable standing kind of in the pocket in the line of fire. You throw a lot of things from that range. Is that something that you just kind of have naturally, or is that something that you work with Tom?
Yeah, nothing's been natural. I've had a natural aggressiveness, I guess. But Coach Arlene, she's my striking coach, getting me comfortable in the pocket. She really wants me to fight good at range. My wrestling coach, John Judy, then Tom comes in. We mix everything together to add the MMA stuff together. It's just a combination of the three. We've been working together for so long that we really have a lot of trust in one another. They know how to push my buttons to get me motivated, to get me to want to fight, and things are just really starting to work out. Joe Silva called Tom. Like I said, Tom lets me know I'm in shape and I'm here to fight, so things are just really panning out.
And what would you like to see next? Do you like to see, you're getting closer and closer to that top 10. Maybe what are you thinking?
I'm not thinking of no opponents right now. The only thing is I want to go see my mom and dad out in Oklahoma and have a fish fry. Get some fishing going, and that's about it, man. Maybe beat up some Oreos, and that's about it. So real happy to be here at the Prudential Center, New Jersey. We're just in LA at the Staples Center. So I'm happy those guys have me on speed dial with Joe Silva and Dana, and hopefully we get another $50,000 bonus tonight. But I'm just happy to be here.
Cool.
It seemed like you were winning a gunfight early on. Were there any moments that he hurt you with the strikes, or?
No, I was way stronger than him just everywhere. I have a skinny build, but I'm wired differently inside, man. I'm a strong guy. So started getting in those gunfights. Tom's telling me to move my head and stuff like that, and I have to listen to that stuff. I'm a hard head in a lot of hard ways, so you have to learn things the hard way, So listening to Tom, listening to my coaches makes it a little bit easier, and I don't have to learn things the hard way without getting put on my butt and having to test myself to get up, So like I said, man, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be listening to my coaches, maturing in my own head, and just getting better each time.
You mentioned your coach a lot. I mean, what is your coach? What has he really done to you as a fighter? I mean, you're thanking him a lot.
Yeah, my coach and teammates are everything. I didn't get here by myself. We put in a lot of work, a lot of hours, hundreds and hundreds of hours in the gym. So without those guys, without my team, I wouldn't be standing here right now. We're not a super gym. We don't have a lot of big names. We have Ray Borg at 125 pounds who's here in the UFC. But just the way we train, the way we drill, the way we try to keep injuries out of the gym, our nutrition, the proof's in the pudding, man. I had to get up out of that 155-pound division to not have to run on fumes no more, and I just feel better. And without my team, without my coaches, and my family and stuff, I wouldn't be here right now. And I'm just a humble guy. I've been through a lot of ups and downs, the legal stuff, the legal battles, and I'm happy to put that stuff behind me and just focus on what I love to do.
What's the difference between the 170 and 155 version?
I have a full gas tank coming into a fight rather than running on 40%, So I'm not getting injured anymore because I'm not having to deplete myself so much, so I'm not coming in with a bunch of injuries. When I fought Hernan Perpetua at 170, I busted my hand right before I went out, and I wound up using my hands a lot in the fight and didn't really pay attention until afterwards. My hand was swollen up pretty bad, but other than that, just I feel better, recovery's better, everything's better.
Do you lose anything by coming up a weight?
I don't think I've lost anything. My strength's better. I feel I'm faster, and I'm not just having to depend on my mental toughness to get through a fight. I can work on my tools. I can settle into the fight, worry about the 15 minutes rather than trying to end the fight early, So I'm just happy, man.
And we couldn't really hear very well, but you mentioned something about a bleacher report in the cage.
Yeah, bleacher.
I
get these writers, the media, they want us fighters to get better in every fight, but the bleacher report and these guys, they're not getting better in what they write. They say I'm one-dimensional, I'm a striker, and this and that. Get better at what you do. You know what I mean? Write the full report. If you want to see what I can do, come down to the gym and see what tools I have. Just don't write an opinion in the paper. Write the facts, and I feel that submission right there shows I have more than just striking. So get better at your job and write something better.
You take it to heart what the media says?
No, just they're trying to tell me I need to get better at my job, and they suck at their job. So be better.
How about as an athlete, you said how you're off to a slow start.
Yeah.
How do you mentally change that? Like if you're running slow, you have to make a mental change to all of a sudden pick it up. How did you know I need to pick it up, and how did you do that?
I got my coach yelling at me, Tom's yelling at me, and I just have to take a couple deep breaths and change the momentum, change the angle, the footwork a little bit, and just mix it up. When I started tagging him and stuff, I could hear him kind of shouting out like, "Oh hell, shit," you know, and trying to move around, and I could tell he was breaking. Then I just need to keep the pressure on, and Tom Bond's in my ear yelling, "Get him out of the fight, get him out of the fight," and be patient, you know. So Tom's done everything for me to get me to this point, and I'm not here by myself, and that's why I continue to thank those guys.
Thank you.